Martin Garrix is back in Spinning Records with a track they just released together with Afrojack, Guetta and Amel. This track is Our Time and is a track he has been playing at festivals like Ultra. By the way, a huge shout out to Amel. It's so good to see up-and-coming producers with such names. And by the way, you can download this FLP for free in the description, and there's also a free proxy house pack that you can check in the description. Alright, so here we are in the track, and let's start with the lead. It sounds like this. Which is a combination of multiple layers, as you can see here. So the first layer is a guitar, which is the main vibe of the lead. Then we have the lead supporter X, which is from the Progressive Pulse Silent One soundbank from the Ofive Progressive House bundle. I'll leave the link in the description. The plug caption. We already heard that Progressive House sound. Then we have a lead from Serum. This is Romantic X, again from Progressive Pulse. All the sounds in the track are from Progressive Pulse basically. The lead Nikki. The plug Bright, because I wanted to give that extra plucky feeling or attack to the lead. And then we have here two flexes, which are two different pianos, which I pan one slightly to the left and one slightly to the right. For the processing, as you can see, we have not much going on here, just some fresh air on a layer and transit, because I feel like this lead has a little bit of attack. And for the lead bus, we have OTT to compress the sound, reverb, some basic EQ, and kickstart, pretty simple stuff. And now we can continue with the drop chords. They consist on 3 layers, the plug Chordify, caption again. Love this one. And basically init preset, which is a saw with some voices and the tune. What I did here is to place them a bit in the stereo, so we leave a space for the main or the lead that is more in the center, let's say, and some basic EQ, OTT and kickstart. But I'm feeling that this track had many organic sounds, let's say, so I added some pianos, which is basically the same chords and the melody. We had 2 true pianos layers. Again, one pan to the left and one pan to the right. And I added 2 extra layers from Flex. Again, these are 2 other pianos, where I added some reverb to glue them together, as well as OTT, fresh air to give that extra heat and brightness, some EQ and kickstart. So next we had the bass, and I started with a simple sub bass from the Serum bank, which I layered with the lead guitarish, the bass unadvised. In this case, I selected a chord that I really like to use as bass to give it extra character, and the most important layer is this saw that I made, that I felt it was closer to the track. It's basically a saw, 2 voices, a little bit of the tune, and we have some distortion, a little bit of phaser, some chorus and EQ. Basically, I want this bass to be very wide to fill the space basically. You can hear it sounds great. And for the sub bass, we have only sidechain, and for the bass bus, we have an EQ removing the loss, so we leave space for the sub and some sidechain. Moving on with the drums, we have a pretty powerful kick from Progressive Pulse with a drop clap, rides, very short, bright and wide rides, some extra ride here to add more rhythm. We also have some fills here and there. All of these fills goes together with the lead and the context of the song. And for the second part, we also have a percussion loop. Oh, I almost forgot it, but we also have some ambient sounds which sound great on the track, and this help fill the frequency spectrum to add fullness to the drop, if that makes sense. But we have a vocal ambience and another vocal ambience. sweep ups, downlifters and exhausts. And I almost forget that I was feeling that the track needed a little bit more body, so I opened labs and added some, I think these are strings. Yeah, and also a choir from Flex. So for the break, it was kinda difficult to find a melody, at least for me. I started with some shakers and tambourines, a break bass that was the sub deep X from Silent. Then I made the main chords, which I tried to replicate classic Martin Garrix sound, let's say. Essentially, it's just a saw wave, 5 voices and a chorus, I think, and some reverb and some kind of modulation to make it black-ish, if that makes sense. I think you got it. It's pretty simple, and these are the chords. And I was hearing a sort of arp. I didn't know if it was part of the chords, so I essentially duplicated the sound. I think I made it this one a bit wider and with a little bit more reverb. And here we have a sort of arp. I duplicated it and followed with the bass notes. I know it's quite complex. I don't think they did this, but I don't care. Yeah, I love how it sounds. I'm also, of course, opening the cutoff in the second part. We also have some other chords to follow along with the main chords. And here we have piano, I think. Yeah, a soft piano from Labs, following the same chords without the lows. And also the pad Pray X from Progressive Pulse. As you can hear in the build-up, we have the same shakers with a snare build-up. Pitching up, we have the same strings that I don't think I mentioned them, but they are 2 layers from Flex, all strings, and viola string following the same thing. The chords, the bass. We have the drop pianos that are being filtered, as well as the vocal ambience. Some basic effects, transition sounds. And we have one extra layer for the lead, and this is very important because I feel like the lead has like a sort of organic sound, like I said, but more like guitar maybe. So I layer 3 Labs guitars. Basic stuff, just some simple layers following the melody. Which I added quite a lot of processing, I think. I added OTT, pressure, drought brightness, a little bit of EQ and reverb, some extra EQ. This goes together with the context of the song because I had too many mids, and sidechain for the drop. In the master we have a lot of stuff going on, some basic mastering with some automation that I'm not gonna go deep in this video. So what you can do is to download this FLP for free if you want to check. All I ask you is for you to subscribe in exchange for the free stuff. It's also free and this helps a lot. If you're interested in making more progressive house tracks like this, you can check Progressive Pulse, the new Ofive Progressive House bundle. So with that being said, let's hear the final result. Alright, let me know what you think about the track, if it's accurate. I hope you liked it, and if you want to go more in depth about progressive house, you have to watch this video where I'm making a progressive house track from scratch. And don't forget that you can also download a free sample pack in the description. My name is this guy, click here and I see you there. Bye.